Hey, today we are going to see the Drottningholm Palace, and this palace is located in the heart of Stockholm. Drottningholm Palace is the royal couple's permanent residence since 1981. This royal castle is in the UNESCO World Heritage List. It is the best preserved royal castle built in the 17th century in Sweden. The castle was built according to a French model by architect Nicodemus Tessin the Elder on behalf of Queen Hedwig Eleonora. To see the palace, you have to pay 160 Swedish crowns per adult, and age 7 to 17 it cost 115 Swedish crowns. This is the Swedish royal family. There's beautiful souvenirs kept near the entrance. You can buy it if you like. This beautiful royal palace represents the European royal architecture from 17th century. The palace and the grounds have seen many renovations, changes and additions over the past 400 years. The largest renovations in which electricity, heating, water lines were either installed or updated, and the castle roof replaced took place between 1907 and 1913. During 20-year period beginning around 1977, several major areas of the palace were restored and rebuilt. The library and the National Hall received much of the attention, and fire protection was installed throughout the palace. In the 18th century, Drottningholm continued to serve regularly as a summer residence for the royal court during the entire 18th century. But in 19th century, during the reign of 14th Charles John of Sweden, the palace was abandoned. The king regarded it as a symbol of old dynasty, and the Drottningholm was left to decay. The buildings were damaged by the forces of nature, and their inventories were either taken away or auctioned off. It was apparently open to the public for the first time during this period. A tour was mentioned in 1819, and the public used the park for picnics. Occasionally, the grounds were used for public events. Both Oscar I and Oscar II kings were criticized for modernizing the palace and adjusting it to contemporary fashion rather than restoring it to its original state. And it was not until the reign of Gustav V was the palace and the surroundings were reconstructed to their 18th century appearance. The palace is a UNESCO World Heritage Site mainly because of the Drottningholm Palace Theatre and the Chinese Pavilion. It was added to the list in 1991. If you are looking for a place in Stockholm for a day trip, I would highly recommend you to choose Drottningholm Palace and experience a historic environment of the highest international class. The garden is really beautiful. You can bring your own food and enjoy with your family and friends. There's a beautiful restaurant near the castle entrance. You can purchase food and beverages from there, and the food is amazing but little expensive comparatively. The royal family moved into Drottningholm Palace in 1981. Today the palace is the royal couple's permanent residence. The rooms in the southern part of the castle are reserved for the royal couple. However, the royal garden and the park is mostly open to public all through the year. Hope to see you soon in another beautiful location in Sweden. Hej då!